Here's a very cute little play that I think illustrates a very, very interesting point. Uh, in this position, blue opened with a 6-1 and correctly made his bar point. Red followed up with a 6-4 and correctly ran. Now blue has a double 5 to play. How would you play it? Okay, the stock play or standard play that almost everybody makes is to make your 3-point and your ace point, and that is a very good play. There's nothing wrong with it. But what if I were to tell you that it's very, very slightly better to make the 2-point and the 1-point? And by the way, I rolled it out, and it's very close, and I'll show you the rollout, but it is correct. Let me show you the rollout. I'm going to hit Control-Alt-N. What happened? Control-Alt-N, Control-Alt-F, Control-Alt-N. It should be able to switch me back to the basic layout, but it doesn't. Oh, I know why, because my recording is on. So I'm going to go to the default layout and show you the right play. Usually you can switch back and forth to full screen and default layout with Control-Alt-N and Control-Alt-F. Okay, it is just a little tiny bit better to make the 1 and the 2-point. Can you tell me why? Can you figure out why? Again, it's not a big difference, and most people are going to say, well, it doesn't matter, but it's worth understanding the logic and the reason behind it. The reason why is that because red has this blot here, by making the 2-point, red now has many bad 2s. How is he going to play a 5-2, a 4-2, and a 3-2? The come-in numbers that he has with a 2, this blot stays here, and he's either going to just have to move inside with a 3-2, a 4-2. What's he going to do? He's probably going to bring a checker down, leaving an extra blot and leaving this direct shot. And a 5-2, he either comes out to here, leaving lots of shots, or brings another checker down. So his 2s play badly. Contrast that with if he had had a 6-3 and he came here, then you would make the 3-point, because now his 3s play badly. As you can see, you would make the 3-point and the ace point. So even though it's a very slight difference, giving him just one roll that plays a little bit, or 6 rolls that play a little bit worse with one play than another. You know, I've often heard really top giants explain a play by saying, well, I'm going to do this to give him bad 6s. Or how's he going to play his 5-3 if I do this? Or how's he going to play his 4s if I do this? And I used to think, well, so what? First of all, he's only 30% of the time that he's going to roll that number. Or if you're talking about how's he going to play a 6-5, or how's he going to play a 6-1, or I've duplicated his 4-3, they're just looking at a small number of times that your opponent's going to actually roll that roll on the next time anyway. But if you can find numbers that are awkward for your opponent, all other things being equal, and that's the key, if he doesn't roll one of those numbers, you still have a pretty good play, and it's still pretty close. But on the occasion where he does roll the bad number, the number that you've made bad for him, you come out way ahead. And even though it only happens, say, 30% of the time that he rolls a 2, or 6 rolls out of 36 where he rolls a 2 and comes in this situation, the fact is, if you do it every time, if you're always looking for that play, by the end of the day, you've turned the game around, or you've caused yourself increased equity by quite a bit for looking for his bad roll. So get in the habit of thinking about what your opponent is going to roll next time. What rolls are good for him and bad for him with this play versus that play. And you will often find out that you're going to make one play because of just a few bad rolls that it gives him. Or it's very obvious in situations where he comes in and cracks a prime, where you absolutely want to make his 5s bad because his 5s are going to crack his prime, and that's your best chance to win. Those are pretty obvious situations, but situations like this are very subtle, and they come up more often than you know. So every time you're debating between 2 checker plays or 3 checker plays, a major reason for one play over another is what good rolls or bad rolls are you giving your opponent as a result of one play versus the other. So think mean. think nasty. Think about how I can make some plays really rotten for him or some rolls really bad for him. And that often is going to steer you to the right play. You got to be a mean person to play backgammon. That's why my wife won't play backgammon competitively, even though she knows the game pretty well. She just feels bad when she hurts the other player, when she gives them a bad roll. She doesn't want to hurt their feelings. She doesn't want them to feel bad. Well, she shouldn't be competing. She's too nice a person. Fortunately, I'm not a very nice person, and that's one of the reasons that I'm a pretty decent backgammon player. I want you to be the same way. Thanks for watching. This is a free video for anybody who comes to the Facebook site, and I have close to 200 of these that you can view. You can go back and view on the USBGF website, many of them with guest experts with me that are free for USBGF members. Just one of dozens of benefits of joining the USBGF. The membership fee you will get back in discounts immediately. You will get services, and of course, again, you're going to get 200 of these kinds of lessons. Some of them very, very profound and very eye-opening, and many clues and ideas about backgammon that you will not find in any book or article. They're all state of the art and some of the latest things, latest ideas in backgammon. So I urge you to join and look at all my videos, and then take advantage of the other many benefits of joining the USBGF. And of course, by joining, you're supporting a wonderful organization, a democratic organization of the players, representing the players, that serves for the purpose of making the game better and growing the game. Thanks for watching. Phil Simborg for the USBGF. Bye-bye.